The mastermind who ordered the hit against Tupac in 1996 has just been revealed, and you won't believe the high-profile individual who did it and the jaw-dropping sum of money he offered the hitman. Keefe D might have been the one who allegedly called the shots that ended Tupac's life, but he was just following orders to make some cool cash. Keep watching till the end of this video to see details about how Keefe D allegedly says Diddy offered him $1 million to kill Tupac. Trust me, you don't want to miss this.
Before we get into the video, I want to give a quick shout out to the #1 celebrity jeweler, the Ice Champ. The Ice Champ is doing a special deal for the next 24 hours on diamond watches, chains, and more. Follow at The Ice Champ on Instagram now.
Diddy hired Keefe D as a hitman. Following the recent arrest of former Crips gang member Keefe D, there have been different conspiracy theories about what really went down the night Tupac was killed. One of these theories distinctly stands out as a 3-hour recording of Keefe D's admission to the crime from the LAPD archives has been revisited. The interrogation began with a typical line of questioning, which included asking whether the offender had committed the crime or not, but it wasn't long until things got heated. LAPD officer Greg Kading asked if the statement Keefe gave in 1997 about not having anything to do with the murder was true. Keefe D replied, "Oh, that was bullshit." Kading orchestrated an agreement with Keefe in order to get him comfortable enough to tell the story of how it really happened. Detective Kading said to Keefe D, "Okay, Keefe, today what we are going to do, we are just going to go over with a fine-tooth comb the Las Vegas incident. But we do have to emphasize to you that everything in this report has to be right on. Because if down the road it's determined that some of these details are incorrect, then everything is off the table. So everything on this report cannot be like that report." Keefe D didn't hesitate as he said, "Like I said that day, don't bullshit me and I won't bullshit you." As they came to that understanding, Keefe went deeper into how the crime really happened, and Diddy's name came up. Keefe explained how he met Diddy through another Crips member named Zip. Keefe said he got on Diddy's good side when he lent his car to Diddy to use when Usher's first music video was shot. Keefe said, "We met the boy, Combs, at he gave a bet party or the Bet Awards. It's like 92 or 93. After a few more details, he added, "Yeah, that's the first day I met Puff, and after that, they used my car in the video." One of the detectives in the interrogation room asked Keefe about the model and color of the car he was talking about, and he said it was a '64 Chevy I had, brown color. Usher, he has Usher. It was Usher's video, and Puff was driving the car. The detectives asked Keefe about when the beef between Death Row Records and Bad Boy Entertainment started. The detectives thought the beef had started when the separate label members just started to see each other around. But Keefe replied, "No, it started when they went out to that awards show." This prompted Detective Kading to say, "Tell us what happened that made it something other than just Combs, frustrated and boating." The detective was digging for details of when Diddy told Keefe and his gang that he was willing to pay them any amount to get Tupac and his crew off the earth. Keefe D said, "When he told me at Greenblatt." The detective was not satisfied with this skimpy reply, and he asked him how the conversation he had with Diddy really went. Keefe replied that he met Diddy for dinner at Greenblatt's Deli on the Sunset Strip, and he told Diddy that he and his gang wanted $1 million to get the job done. After Keefe was asked if everybody around them could hear him and Diddy's conversation, he replied, "He was talking to me. When we got there, we was laughing at him because he was with this broad that sucked and sucked every in there, and he's all held up kissing with her." He continued, "We was laughing like a He's like, 'Man, what you laughing at, dog? Man don't just come out here and get any broad, dog.' He took me downstairs and he's like, 'Man, I want to get rid of them dudes, man.' I was like, 'We'll wipe their ass out quick, man. It's nothing.'" Keefe continued his narration by saying that Diddy's order to kill Tupac and Suge Knight was because he was scared they would attack the Bad Boy Entertainment crew first. Keefe said Diddy was just initially after Suge, but he eventually added Tupac to the list after he made the Hit 'Em Up record. He said the record pissed Diddy off, and that was how he became the #1 person Diddy was after. Rappers who confirmed the rumor. While substantial evidence to confirm Keefe D's claim that Diddy ordered the hit has yet to be provided, some rappers who were involved in the story 27 years ago have confirmed it. Napoleon, a former member of the Outlaws, an American hip-hop group founded by Tupac, confirmed that Diddy really did have something to do with Tupac's death. Napoleon got a lot off his chest during an interview on the Art of Dialogue show. He said, "At the end of the day, there's no proof. When all of this happened, Puffy was in New York somewhere." He continued, "I heard about it. It won't be surprising to me. I heard about the rumors that Puff paid that money, $1 million, for Pac and Sug. I'm not surprised of that. It don't sound far-fetched to me." Napoleon explained that what led to Tupac's physical altercation with Keefe's nephew the night before he got shot was supposedly in retaliation to Diddy because Diddy had allegedly ordered Keefe's nephew to snatch a death row chain. He said Pac wanted to show his loyalty to death row and the people who had his back. So that's why I think when he heard this is the individual that snatched the chain, that's why he just took off the way he did, which is an unfortunate situation because Pac is very intelligent. He used to tell us not to do stuff like that. Tupac's loyalty to Sug stemmed from their relationship when they met in Clinton Correctional Facility in Dannemora, New York in 1995. Pac was serving time for sexual abuse charges and Sug was there awaiting trial on assault charges. After they both got bail and Sug paid for Tupac's bail, he signed the rapper to his record label and he felt indebted to him till his death. Napoleon was questioned about the reason Puff wasn't called in for questioning during the investigation 27 years ago. He replied, "To be honest, even if we feel that way, but we know how the law works. Puffy is not a dummy and America is a place that money talks, because when you got money, you got people in high places." Napoleon later emphasized that Tupac's loyalty to Death Row Records CEO Suge Knight was what really caused his death. Diddy's former bodyguard's statement about his boss. Napoleon seems to be saying that Diddy ordered the killing because he used to be in Tupac's crew. But Gene Deal, Diddy's former bodyguard, is saying something completely different from Napoleon's claim. Gene also had an interview with the Art of the Dialogue, and he mentioned that the LAPD should be accused of the death of Tupac because they were responsible for it. He mentioned two allegedly rogue former police officers saying they were the most responsible before, during, and even after the shooting. Gene claimed, "Sug said that Rafael Perez and David Mack was trying to kill him. Those are the same people that was trying to kill Big." He added, "Because David Mack and Perez were seen at the scene. They got pictures of them at the scene. Perez was picking up bullets at the scene. Cops know you don't mess with the evidence. They couldn't get Puff and Big was collateral damage." Gene was then asked by the interviewer if he was insinuating that it was also the LAPD that killed Big about a year later. He answered, "If Sug says, if you solve one murder, you solve them both. I gotta go with the eyewitness." He continued, "I don't know why Sug would say that when Keefe D says that it was him, Orlando, and Dre and them in the car together. But why would Sug say that?" However, Gene claimed he believed that somebody was made to say something.